Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little fun video. As I love to test out new products, I've seen a lot of new products coming out, and I wanted to try out a couple of ones that I've seen on TikTok that have gone completely viral that I've heard amazing things on. So one of them that I want to try out is the NYX the Marshmallow Primer, which has marshmallow root in it. So I want to try this out because I picked it up, and I also want to try the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. Has a lot of claims on it and I really want to try it out. And I also have the Sky High Maybelline Mascara and a couple of other NYX products that we will be trying out in this video. So if you want to see my opinions on them and see how they work, keep on watching. Let's get into the video. So I'm going to start with primer. So my mirror is like down here. I am currently sitting on my floor because I cannot figure out a proper place to film. So until I figure that out, bear with me. My mirror is down here, so if you see me looking down, I do apologize. So I'm going to start off with priming. So I'm going to prime with the Marshmallow NYX primer. So I'm just going to pull up my sleeves and I'm going to pump this out on the back of my hand. So the texture is definitely interesting. I'm just gonna apply it to where I would normally. It smells like marshmallows. It's actually a very intense scent, which I don't love with primer because I don't feel like scent is necessary in skincare, let alone something like makeup that is naturally gonna just clog the pores. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. So I'm a little bit, this is like the lightest winter shade I am now, but I can tell in my mirror that it is leaving a little bit of a white cast on my skin, and I don't consider myself super dark, so I don't know why. Definitely can see a little bit of a white cast. It's not picking up on camera, but in person it has that white kind of texture. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of it. It's definitely strong in scent. Like, it didn't smooth my skin out too much, it didn't blur. Let's see how longevity it is and how it looks with like a foundation over top. So I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. CC Camo. So this is the e.l.f. CC Camo Cream. It's a color correcting, claims to be full coverage natural finish. It says it has collagens, peptides, and niacinamide in it, but also SPF 30 sunscreen. So here's the thing. I'm not a huge fan of CC cream. I honestly way prefer tinted moisturizer way more for a lot of reasons, but CC cream is just too thick of coverage usually for me. For example, I don't really like the It Cosmetics ones too much because it can be really cakey. The only thing that I've noticed when I was reading the packaging of the ingredients, the first ingredient obviously being water, but the second ingredient is dimethicone, which is a little bit concerning. I'm interested to see how it performs in general, but it claims to have peptides, collagen, and niacinamide. Niacinamide is like way below on the ingredient list, so how it works in makeup and in skincare. Obviously the first ingredients that are listed are obviously the highest concentration. Anything lower down, or if there's things way before it, usually means there's less of a concentration of it. So niacinamide, I mean, there's plentiful amount of ingredients ahead of niacinamide, so that's like they're putting the claim of niacinamide, but there's like a really low concentration and you don't know how it's sourced. So I can't say that this is going to have the benefits of like the ordinary niacinamide. It's not the concentration that it would be. And it's also makeup. Makeup's not necessarily skincare at all. It doesn't claim to be. So when you put those skincare claims in it at a low concentration, is it really doing anything? That's what you have to ask yourself. So I got the shade Light 280N. So we're gonna hope that matches because I didn't get another one, but it's looking a little bit yellow and warm. Foundations and or tinted moisturizers tend to be very warm or very yellow. I don't know why. This is definitely doing it. The It Cosmetics one is the same. It's very yellow based. So let's just try it out. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand as I would normally do. We're gonna pump it out. If it comes out. What is going on here? You're better off with a squeezy tube. So as you can tell, nothing has come out and it's also squeezed. I'll just leave that there. I don't have to say anything else. Okay, we are finally getting some product. So I just did 3 pumps on the back of my hand. It looks like this thing is freaking empty. So that's all I have to say about that. That should have not happened. It's looking very yellow and warm. I'm gonna take my Love is a Foundation brush from It Cosmetics. I'm just gonna dab this on my face. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be my shade. We will try though. It smells pretty chemically if you were to ask me. I'm interested to see how it performs. I'm just gonna leave the rest of it on the back of my hand. But that is not my shade. It's not picking up on camera, but it's looking very, very warm. Okay, so here is one layer completely on. And I can tell right now that I definitely, 1, don't like it, 2, not my color, and 3, they don't have a lot of colors that are olive complexion friendly. It's either super warm, super yellow, and that's just not my complexion. The one thing I do notice is that it makes my skin look very cakey. I'm not a huge full coverage person, so I guess that plays into it a little bit. But I don't know if you can tell because of the sunscreen. It's looking a little bit like sunscreen at the top here, which I don't really love, and it has a really chemically scent if you were to ask me. Like my pores look really large here, and I look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup on my face, which I really don't love. So now I'm just gonna go in with cream contour and concealer. So I'm gonna use my Kosas Concealer in 06, and I'm gonna use my KKW cream contour in dark, and I'm gonna use the side dark one because it's the duo one. Do you see how that KKW contour just makes my face just look so much more chiseled? Like, it's the best. It is literally so good. Okay, so now that I have concealer, foundation, cream bronzer on, this is now where I'll kind of set a little bit because you see I'm a little bit dewy there. So I'm gonna go in with my Honest Beauty Invisible Blurring Powder. And I'm just gonna set the under eye with a Morphe E48 brush. Take a little bit, just like pressing it in. Tap off any excess because I don't like a lot of powder. And blend. And I only set under my eye, but you guys can totally set whatever you guys need. But I tend to have very, very dry skin, so I kind of just try to keep it where, see, it's just like super blurring in comparison to the other. It's like, yeah, I love this powder. It's so awesome and not talked about enough. Now for highlight, blush, and bronzer. For blush, I like to do that first for some reason. It very much depends on the mood. And I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Sensual blush with my Morphe E4 brush and just put it on my apples and my cheeks. I kind of like to bring it back to give a really nice diffused blush look. It's a very subtle blush. I love the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. However, they're not like my all-time favorite just because there's other blushes that last longer on my skin and blend better. But I do love this color, so I always just keep it handy in my collection. Just something light and natural. I'm not gonna do like a super crazy look today just because I just want to test out a couple of products and give you guys my review at the end of this. So for bronzer, we're going in with the Lawless bronzer in the shade Golden Hour. So I'm gonna go in with a Eco Tools brush that I've had for years and always does me good when I don't want to bring out my big bronzer brushes that I don't feel like cleaning brushes today, to be quite honest. So, and for bronzer, I really just like to pull it up on the face because you want to give your cheekbones a lifted look rather than going just like down, and then your face will kind of droop. So I just take a little product, kind of bounce it upwards, kind of going into your blush onto your brow bones. It's easier for me to do my right side of my face because I'm right-handed, so it's easy for me to buff when this side might take me a minute or two. And then we're gonna go on the temples. And this one I go up as well because you want to give your face an elongated look. Just kind of blend. Blending is key when it comes to makeup because you don't want any harsh lines or anything like that. So for highlight, I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Cookie highlight. Haven't used it in a while. Thought I'd whip it out again because I do like this highlight. I think it just might be too intense. I saw Jaclyn Hill using this highlight, and if you know me well enough, you know Jaclyn Hill. I ride or die for her makeup looks. They are insanely beautiful. I really had to get this highlight when she talked about it, and it's pretty. It's nothing like super special. Like, I do prefer always my Jaclyn Hill highlights way before this. I do love it, but I know you guys can't get the Jaclyn flash palettes anymore, which I wasn't aware of that when I filmed my last video. So now I'm trying to give you guys some other alternatives because my two favorite highlight palettes were limited edition apparently and can't get them anymore. So I'm gonna go in with the Carli Bybel X Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, which is literally one of my favorite palettes. She did such a beautiful job with this. And I'm gonna go in with the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill brush, the JH36, and I'm gonna go in with this shade Chai and just put a little bit of that in my crease. They're so pigmented, these shadows. They're so pretty. A little bit. The one thing about ABH shadows is that they do have quite a bit of fallout, but if you tap it off like you just saw me did on the back of the palette, they blend really nicely. Just a really nice overall transition shade. And even sometimes when I'm doing makeup looks, I come back to this palette for this transition shade because it's a really nice terracotta nude transition brown, I guess you would say, and I just put it in my upper crease. Just give some definition overall to the eye. A little bit more on this eye. So just a little wash of color. I think I'm also gonna go in with the shade Bybel. It's like a muted mauve transition shade, and I just like to throw it in a little bit under that shade to give a little bit more depth to the eye. So I think that's it for me just putting things in my transition. So I have the shade Chai and Bybel from the palette, and I'm trying to debate if I should put a shimmer shade on. I just kind of want to leave my eyes matte so we can look at the mascara that I'm about to try out. Okay, so I'm trying out another new product, which is a mascara, and if you know me well enough, I am a mascara junkie, so I'm really excited to try this out, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but I saw a lot of reviews on it, so I was like, why not try it? And it is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. But I do want to give this mascara a fair chance of how I always apply my mascara, so I'm gonna go in and curl my lashes, and I'm also gonna use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer for lashes. This has literally changed my life. It holds a curl like no other. Before I started using this, like, my lashes wouldn't last that long with all mascaras, no matter across the board, and now using this, the curl lasts longer. So I really recommend you checking this out if you have that same issue that I had. But I'm gonna put this on because I feel like I should give it a fair chance. But first, let's curl the lashes. And I curl them both, and then I'm just gonna like open it at the same time. And I like try to look down so it gives it more of a curl. I'm just gonna go in and prime. So the primer is on and it comes out white, but don't worry, when you put obviously mascara on top, it disappears. You just have to apply it evenly throughout your lashes. So we're gonna go in with the Sky High mascara. I have it in the shade Very Black. It's very lightweight, like in comparison to, like, for example, my Marc Jacobs primer. This is heavyweight. This literally feels like nothing. Take that as you will be. Let's look at the bristles. So this is what the bristles look like. It looks almost exactly like the Thrive Cosmetic one, except it looks more rubberized than the Thrive Cosmetic one. And I love using my Thrive Cosmetic mascara as a topper to others. I don't like it as a standalone one. So I think this could either be a great topper, but we'll see. We'll give it a fair chance. I'm only gonna apply this one today, so I'm gonna apply 2 coats on my top, 1 coat on my bottom lashes, and we shall see how it wears throughout the day. So this is 1 full coat on both eyes. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty. I don't know how it's gonna wear, if it's gonna look really great now and then like in an hour my lashes are flat again. So that'll be the true test. I'll do a check-in by the end of this video of how everything wore, how I feel, my opinions, but overall I like it. Now let's do the bottom lashes. The one thing I noticed, the formula does kind of dry easily, and there's this one's like super flexible, so it's easy to kind of like, it moves with your lashes rather than like it's standing strong on its own. So this is 1 coat both on the top lashes and bottom lashes. So far I actually really do like it. I think it makes my lashes look really big, and I hope that stays throughout the day because that'd be really nice. But I'm gonna do a 2nd coat on my top lashes. Okay, so this is with 2 coats on. What do you think? So far I actually really like the mascara. It's pretty much the only new product so far that I've tried that I like. because I can definitely say I do not like the CC Camo Cream. It's looking real cakey. It didn't really make my products blend well on top of it. It looks like I'm wearing an SPF on camera the way it's looking. Not really loving it, but the mascara, that's a hit. I like it so far. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a lip that I sort of tried out on my own, have kind of an opinion on it, but I'm gonna go in and try it for a second time, and it is the NYX Shine Loud Lip Lacquer. So it's a matte lip on one side and the shine gloss on the other. Everyone's been saying, oh, it's super transfer proof from the first time I try it. I disagree, but I'm gonna go in and we're gonna try it again. We're gonna try it again. I'm gonna go in with my McGrath contour lip liner, which is teeny weeny tiny, but it's my favorite lip liner. It is my tried and true, so I want to try it with a lip liner that I truly love and trust. So that is the liner on, and we're gonna go in with the matte side first. So this is in the shade Gold Crusher. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we're just gonna, oh, that came out super liquidy. So this is the matte shade on. We're gonna let it dry down a little bit before we put the top coat on, the shine. So now that it is fully dry, I have opinions. One, it's not comfortable on the lips, and I'm not sure why people keep saying it's super comfortable because it's so sticky. Like, look. So sticky is an understatement. There was a liquid lip, I forget what it was, and this was like years ago, that had this same feeling that everyone judged, and like, is it transfer proof so far? Yes, but there's so many other liquid lips that are transfer proof and aren't sticky like this. So to me, I'm like, I don't know. Let's go on with the shine top coat and see how that goes. So that is it with the top coat on. So let me tell you, it's a super glossy lip. Like, so glossy, so pretty, but it's sticky. The gloss feels super thick, almost like kind of like a thick oil, which I don't personally like. Let's see if it's transfer proof. I'm gonna pull up my sleeves just in case. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like the shine is transfer proof. Like, you're better off with a lip gloss, I feel like. Like, this doesn't impress me. Yes, the color is not on my hand, but again, I can name plenty of other liquid lips, even from ColourPop, that don't transfer. So to me, like, this doesn't impress me. While they've sort of a gloss residue on it, there's a lot of glosses that do that too. So to me, like, that, it's super sticky. I feel like it's just like almost too much of a process for lipstick. Like, lipstick's supposed to be quick and fun, and I just feel like it's not. I don't know. What do you guys think? But also, like, leaves rim in the middle of my lip, which I don't really like. This is super sticky right now. Like, this is so sticky. And I mean, the gloss pot transferred. Like, when people are saying if you put a mask on, it's not going to transfer, but it's going to be on your mask. You just can't really see it. So I don't know. I'll leave it up to you to decide, but I personally would not purchase another shade because I don't think it's any different. The one thing I'll do say though, it's a pretty color. Like, I love this color. I would wear this color every day. I just think the product idea is not super new. We've seen it before from Almay and Revlon, and there's been products like this on the market before, but this doesn't really impress me super much. Okay, so some first impression, final thoughts. So let's start with the first product we tried, which is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. No, like, if you don't like anything cakey, or if you tend to be a little bit darker complected and don't like the look of like sunscreen, skip this. Also, it's something that you're kind of supposed to reapply because of the SPF in it, and I just really don't like the way it's looking on my skin. It's looking a little cakey on my dry spots, which tends to be on the end of my face. It's kind of breaking up on my forehead already, and I don't really have intense forehead lines, so overall, it's looking kind of dry and cakey around my nose. I would pass on this if you're looking for something with SPF in it. Go with a tinted moisturizer if you want coverage. Mix it in with a foundation. I'm not a fan of CC Cream. Doesn't really do anything for me. Now the primer. I do want to give the primer another shot, only because I don't love the CC Cream and I know I don't love it. So I feel like I need to try the primer with a foundation or tinted moisturizer that I like live and die for. So I'm gonna give this another shot and I'll keep you guys updated of how I feel about this. The only thing I'm not a fan of is how it's scented. Like, again, I don't want my makeup to be scented. It's something that's gonna be on my face and it's supposed to be like almost like a protective barrier. So I'm gonna keep trying it, but we'll see. Now for the Sky High mascara, this I love. I think that it's making my lashes look super full and pretty. Ignore the fact that I haven't got my eyebrows done, but overall I do really like it, and I think it would look even better with a Lancome mascara mixture, because you know I love to mix with my Lancome mascaras, so I do want to try it with that. But overall, as a standalone right now, I do really love it, but we'll see how it wears throughout the day and if it keeps my lashes looking super full. For the last product is the NYX Shine On Lip Lacquer. I would say pass. I mean, it's affordable, so it's not like it's breaking the bank, but I think a liquid lip does almost the same thing. And if you put a gloss on it, a gloss that's more like the Fenty ones are pretty good. The Tower 28 ones, like this, like the shine part reminds me of the Tower 28 clear gloss or the Glossier clear gloss, where they kind of don't transfer super much, but they do transfer. This transfers. I challenge a company to come out with a lip gloss that doesn't transfer, because I don't know if that's possible, but I think it'd be a really cool idea, which I think is what they're trying to get on. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's gonna transfer, it's gloss. So that is it for today's video. Here is the full makeup look that is created. What do you guys think? What are your opinions on these products? I would love to hear if you've tried them or used them in the comment section. But if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe and follow me for more updates on my social medias. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.